Hi, we're gonna get ready here. It's one of the last get readies of 2024, and we're gonna talk about what's ahead. Hi, it's Trixie. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello, what's going on? We've been doing a lot of videos for a long time. So if you are new here, it is some born yesterday shit. I mean, at this point, I think on the internet, it takes effort to actively avoid me. So I thought that you and I could do like a nice little get ready together. I have some new stuff, some old stuff, some Trixie Cosmetic stuff, some random brand stuff. And I think New Year's resolutions, I think goals, I think looking ahead, I think we have to reflect on the yeses and nos. Spiritually, metaphysically, what is in and what is out in 2025. So I'm gonna glue down my eyebrows and we're gonna get right into it. Okay, we're back. So I glued them down. You guys, I don't know. The spirit of making videos and putting makeup on and talking to people is honestly, I don't know what happened to me on break. It is the thing I look forward to the most now. I just love sitting here and putting makeup on and talking to you guys. I mean, it just, you know, we're talking about New Year's, new vibes, and of all the projects I'm so lucky to do, I like to watch. I love my podcast. I love touring. I love to tour. I love Solving Disco. I mean, Solving Disco, if you guys know, if you're in Australia, I'm f***ing coming. I'm coming. That shit's almost sold out and I'm f***ing coming for you. We may or may not be coming to other territories in the world. This year for Solving Disco is going to be huge. And it feels so important to me to carve out time to continue to put makeup on and talk to you people. I don't know. I can't stand my own family staying in my house for 3 days, but I can't stop sitting here and talking to you people. So what does that mean? Oh my God, you guys, I had my whole family stay with me for Thanksgiving. By the way, this is how my family asked to visit. And if you guys came to a live show, you know this story. My mom goes, so your sister said something about us visiting? I said, oh. And then my sister said, Mom said something about us visiting. I was like, do you guys want to visit? I just think it's so funny that they asked in the most like roundabout way. So they come to visit. My poor little niece, you guys, 3 years old, she immediately gets diarrhea, which I think children do on a weekly basis. And I wake up and my mom goes, have you talked to your sister? I go, what? She goes, your niece had diarrhea. I said, where? She said, in the bed. My 3-year-old niece had the nerve to wake up covered in feces and wake up my sister, her mom, and go, Mom, you peed the bed. Isn't that amazing? She's definitely one of ours. She's got my DNA. Pass the buck, point the finger. So today I thought, you guys, I actually have an event later tonight. I'm DJing for the Out 100 party here in Hollywood, and I'm being honored as the business person of the year, which is fucking crazy, right? I mean, wow, if they could see me now. And I guess they can, right? If they turn on YouTube, but it's gonna be really wild. I'm getting to DJ, and for these events where I have to DJ, I don't always go to the full thing. It's a long game for me in drag to DJ, so I can't do like a red carpet at 7 and DJ at like 10, or I'm like, it's just too much. There we go. Still loving these Makeup Forever HD pressed powders. I mean, Brandon and I go everywhere with this. These 6 shades, like my highlight, my kind of flesh tone colors for me, something a little deeper, and then these two. I mean, it's my whole face. Makeup Forever, bitch. French people have figured out. Let's put on some foundation. Just a warning, we are doing the eyes off camera today because we have some new products that I don't wanna reveal yet. So we're gonna talk and do mostly skin and priming today. I lived for this Urban Decay. We tried this in a video recently, this Hydro-Charged Complexion Prep Priming Spray. The Trixie ones are out of stock, so I've been using this opportunity to try other priming sprays. This one has it's like a coconut vibe. Don't breathe it in, but it's really, really nice. It does have a parfum to it, which I don't appreciate. It has like I don't know. Nick, do you want to try it? Come here. The whole family's getting involved. Ready? All right. They taught me this at the makeup counter. You spray from One Direction. Doesn't it feel like vacation-y? Mm-hmm. It's good, right? Nick on his knees getting a liquid blast in the face. More likely than you think, okay? I just know for you guys, I've been so dry, and lately I just have to like basically be Swamp Thing before I put makeup on, because I need to almost load up the lipid barrier of the skin, get it really wet in order for my skin to not be so traumatized by the makeup. So I got this Danessa Myricks Moisture Repair Balm Serum. I've seen her use this a million times. You guys, she sent me a voice note. Do you want to hear it? I don't know if it's, Danessa, I hope I'm not abusing your trust, but.
Hello, my love. Oh my God. You know how many people have been sending me your YouTube video? I just want you to know how much that meant to me. Just hearing you say that, like, I love everything about you, and you're like the biggest thing ever. So I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I won't play all of it because I don't want to feel like I'm exposing someone's private message, but oh my gosh. A text is cute. Nothing like a real voice message. But this product, I'm sure you guys have seen it online. You see her with these gorgeous models and you see her prepping their skin with this balm. And I just love this product. It comes with a little spatula and I kind of been saving it for the days where my skin is wiped out. And you can see today I'm really dry here. My eyebrow area was super dry. I'm gonna just smear this on because while I moisturize my skin, I want you guys to know it's the official end of year sale. It starts today. It's for 2 days and it's 25% off site-wide, including Snow Bunny, which for Black Friday, we didn't do Snow Bunny. So this is the first time we're able to get it discounted. You guys, I keep seeing that cold shoulder highlighter on TikTok, people using it, and it's just breathtaking. I know when we revealed the collection, we had a lot of favorites, but the more I see people using it, the more I'm like, yes, it's really something very wizardly about it when people have it on. They look just beautiful. This is that Rimmel Perfect Primer. We tried this in the Rimmel video and we really loved like the lotion texture. It's a great product. This feels it's just so smoothing. It makes my skin feel almost resurfaced, very pillowy. I really like this product. It's drugstore, so affordable. I'm out of my favorite foundation, this Color Stay Full Cover Foundation. This has been my favorite, but I'm out of my color. So you guys, I cut it open the other day and scraped the end of it out while Gabriel the Queen watched. And he was like, wow, you really like that foundation, don't you? So for this video, I thought we would switch back to the old fave, which was the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet. This is just really is a good product. It just doesn't have quite the coverage that Revlon does. Dang, I thought I was really fair. I guess I'm not that fair. That's a little, woo, woo. Do you guys feel like everyone's getting married lately? I feel like everyone's getting married lately. I just ran into someone last night. You guys, last night I went to Kathy Hilton's Christmas party. I ran into one of my friends and he was getting engaged and I was like, I think everyone's getting engaged. I saw on the internet, they said that queer people are getting married right now because of like fear for the future, which, hey, I'm not saying everyone's doing that, but that's certainly a valid reason. God, that is good. I haven't used this matte velvet in a while. That is nice. My face is fuller. You guys, if we're being vulnerable in this video, which I think we should be, this has been the, okay, everybody knew that I was like, what, 165 pounds last year, and now I'm back up to like my normal weight that I always was. And so my costumes fit again, and my older boy clothes all fit again, but it's hard to not feel like, I don't know, maybe it's the industry, maybe it's the internet, maybe it's dressing like a woman, but very hard for me to feel good about this weight, even though I felt so bad about being so thin. You know what I mean? I felt so unattractive and like bony and sick looking when I was really thin. And just what, a 20-pound difference. Now I'm back to feeling like, oh, I'm embarrassed of my body again. Do you know what I mean? Isn't that weird? That's how I know that I have some kind of body image stuff, because if being thin doesn't make me feel better, but then filling out my body doesn't make me feel better. Like the only time I feel attractive is when I am tan and have a beard. Like this summer when I was on my break, I was like, oh, what a difference. I feel so good about myself. One of the things I would like to leave behind is like that level of critical. I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but I'm attracted to men, hi. And I don't like really thin men. I don't care for very thin men. I don't care for very, like, it's not my dream. And so I don't know why I hold myself to a really different standard than the way I look at other men is so much nicer than the way I look at myself. I mean, I'm attracted to so many different types of men, but for myself, I can't even tell you how rigid the box is for how I think I need to look. And I can't even tell you what that ideal is, because I could run the marathon and not really feel better about the way I look. I can get thinner than everybody in my life and not really feel better about the way I look. So I don't mean to be emo, and I get worried about talking about these things because for you viewers, you might have these thoughts and feelings, and this can be hard for you to hear, but I don't know, I just have a hard time feeling good about it. You have those times where you look in the mirror and you're just like, ugh, you know, and I feel that way all the time. It's sort of like an unwinnable game with yourself. It's weird, made up expectations based on whatever, I don't know, you know? I think that's one of the things we have to leave behind too, is like, it's just not cool. I don't know what that is, to like, when somebody says you look nice and your like gut reaction is say, no, I look fat, or like, no, I look horrible. Like, I don't know what that is. I don't think that about other people at all. And then with myself, it's like an automatic gut reaction to like, if you notice how I look or tell me how I look, my gut reaction is to tell you why I look bad. I don't know what that is. I don't want to do that anymore. It's stupid. There's actually also way more important things going on in the world than being really critical of ourselves in that way, you know? The other thing is, when I was really thin in drag, I maybe had the waistline I wanted or whatever, and it made me look taller or whatever in pictures, but then makeup just would not sit on my face in a way that looked good. I looked so bony and crazy, and my makeup is so line driven. All these lines on a bony face, it was so like, I just didn't like the way it looked. I didn't like the way it looked in pictures. Very complicated thing. You know, I do like this foundation. I forgot how long it takes to put on. Something about this matte velvet, it is a nice coverage, but I do feel like I gotta like pound it into the face. My dream for my eye look today, I think I wanna do this kind of white and black, really graphic white and black look. And so I want to keep the face makeup really soft and beautiful. I kind of want to wear brown blush. I want to go really neutral on the face today. I don't know. I was like a blush maniac last year. I would take show pony and just like, and then this year I've been a lot more interested in softer, higher blush placements. I don't know. I'm going through a journey. And you know, that's another thing I want to leave in last year is like getting stuck in a rut creatively. After years and years and working as like a creative person, you work so much that you don't have any inspiration. Like there was times last year I was putting makeup on and I was just like, I was thinking about completely other things. I wasn't trying anything new. I wasn't pushing myself. I just was like, just put it on. You know, I didn't like how scrawny I was, so I didn't like the way the makeup looked. So it was just like, just put it on, whatever, just put it on. And this isn't anybody else's fault either, but like Ozempic had really hit the culture last spring, and to lose a bunch of weight for other reasons at that time and then have that constantly be commented or said to me everywhere in real life was like, I did not find it flattering. I don't know. I was watching that Ariana Grande shit. She was talking about her body and I was like, yeah. Everybody telling you what you look like. The glasses through which you see the world, it just makes it more and more warped. You know, my arthritis had just hit and I was so depressed and I felt like I was like actively losing a battle health-wise, and all people could comment was like that I was, you know, taking drugs to lose weight, which I like wasn't. The OG Ozempic is depression. That is a really beautiful foundation. I've been so wrapped up in that Revlon matte stuff. I love it. I forgot how pretty this is. And this one photographs really nice too. Really nice foundation. In my new year, new vibe, I want to stay more available. Like when I had my break this year, guys, I got so creatively stimulated. I was like writing a song a day. I was like, everything was a story. Everything was something I wish I could talk about on the pod. I mean, if you're an artist, but you're just pouring from an empty cup, you're just shitting all over the privilege of being an artist, because you're kind of going like, no, the people who listen to me and care what I have to say, they don't deserve the most inspired decisions. They deserve whatever I feel like. And I just don't feel that way anymore. I feel that you guys really do deserve the best, most exciting, most like thought out version of everything. Because I used to be like, oh, as a drag queen, what they get is what they get and whatever. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do. But now I kind of feel like, you're very privileged to have people pay attention to what you wanna make. Why don't you wanna do the best possible thing? You know, put the most thought into it, deliver the most inspired choices. Let's see, you guys, I used the out of this year. This isn't in my best of video from a couple weeks ago, but Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation. And I mean, this was my contour like every day. Do we have another one of these, Brandon? Can you have them send me like 2? Sickening supply. I should do brows first. You guys, I just saw God make it a party the other night and her brows are so pencil thin. I don't know how she does it. I was up close looking at her and I was like, these are so symmetrical and they're so pencil thin. How do you do this? And I know the secret is she's just a good makeup artist. But, oh, you know what? This is a little one. I'm trying to do better symmetry this year and you guys can hold me accountable. I think this year on the channel, I'm not saying you bitches need to call out every thing, but I'm trying to do better with symmetry. I think there's possible improvement. I think there is. I think that's more symmetrical. I think I just did a good job. Wow. Huge, if true. The other thing I want to do this year, guys, is just, I'm going to tell you, during my break, I don't think I ever really got to make a video talking about the transformative experience of taking a break, but whatever part of me wanted to be die hard, wanted to be more successful or famous or rich or anything, just like kind of passed away. And so this is really also the year of no. It's like, unless it's a really fun thing, who cares to do it? You know what I mean? The pressure of like, if I don't say yes to this, some other drag queen, let them have it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what part of that of ourselves exists that's like, it's not attractive, it's not sustainable, and it's not coming into 2025. I will become more like Katya. I think she's honestly, ironically, has it figured out this whole time. And I think RuPaul had it figured out for a long time. I don't know if I've worn this on the channel, you guys. This is that RuPaul Abercrombie collab. It was so cool. Lately, I've been doing just the whole brow bone white, like this TV white kind of color. I've just been doing this whole area really light and really creamy. I'm gonna do a really simple eye today. Do you remember when I revealed the Hotline collection, the gels? I kind of want to do a look like that, where it's basically face powder over this area of the face, and then all sketching with the liners. I've just been really into intricate liner lately. Lines, clean lines, vertical, there's lines. I love lines. The other tea is, this is really corny, but I'm trying to drink more water. I call it baby Wawa. So I'll wake up in the day and I'll tell myself like, I gotta get baby Wawa. I don't know where that comes from. Like, does baby want their Wawa? I don't know where I get that from, but baby Wawa. So I'm gonna keep sketching around these brows with the concealer and we'll be right back. I don't know. I'm used to like doing other parts of this face first. This has like a weird superhero vibe. I don't know. You guys, this Future Society Floating Forest, like now maybe I talked about it on the channel and now I'm getting all their ads. It has just some really beautiful candles that I would like to smell. Oh, I just forgot to shave that part of my head, I just noticed. If I can be honest with you guys too, I spent a lot of time the last couple of years learning the hard way, like it's really foolish to do drag for a living and ever not be into it. Like, you know, I think the old me, that's the old me. You guys know I'm really into saying some f***ed up shit and saying, but that's the old me. The old me would have been like, I would turn on myself. If I didn't like my own thoughts or behaviors, I would turn on myself and be like, why did you think that? What is wrong with you? And like, that's not productive either. By the way, sometimes recently I've been using our blush brush as like a contour brush, and I've been really enjoying that. See that? Just kind of like, I've been using less contour and then blending the contour with brushes, because I do feel like when I blend most of the contour with sponges, you know, my sponge will eat the contour, so you need more. So lately I've been trying to just be like, why don't you just brush it around instead of sucking it back off your face? You know what I mean? That sounds like a disgusting thing I just said. What else have I been doing, you guys? Oh God, I just did those couple dates with Cyndi Lauper, you guys. It was so fun and so crazy and so scary. I love her, you guys, and I was absolutely scared to be there, scared to be singing with her, scared to be opening with her, scared to be playing. You know, I did a new set that was all like weirder, cooler transitions and stuff that I normally would do. Different types of songs that I wouldn't organically put in like Solid Pink Disco, let's say. And so I was really sweating bullets, but it all really worked out. And the audience was, you know, the audience is there to see Cyndi, which like, me too. I went into it being like, I love Cyndi, this audience loves Cyndi. We're all on the same page here to see Cyndi. So I just have to like hang out with them and play music before Cyndi. And it really took all the fear out of it. I used to never get stage fright. I don't know what it is. And then honestly, since I had my little mentee B, that's short for mental breakdown, I now am very prone to camera shyness and stage fright. It's almost like you need to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. No. The potential now for me to get too worked up. My energy this year is like, girl, it's just not that serious. And I don't say that like, don't respect the art or whatever, but we're not jumping on helicopters. We're not saving lives in the operating room. Girl, like the idea of like losing sleep over cross-dressing is so foolish when you say it out loud. Ugh. So we're just like, I'm not trying to do that anymore. New vibe, new year. And I don't know how to say this without sounding ungrateful, but I'm just gonna try. I love having people who follow me and follow me on the internet and come up to me in person, but also as I get older, having people follow me and expect from me and like, you know, scares me. Like I feel the responsibility of having people look out for what you do next can sometimes be scary. It's a lot easier to do drag. It was a lot easier to do drag when no one cared what you were doing and no one was impressed and no one was looking and no one was gonna pay you. Like that's the truth. It was like, who cares? Because nobody made money off you. No one depended on you for income. Of course, as a performer, you should respect the privilege of like presenting something great, but not at the expense of like laying in bed freaking out about it. It's just like it's not that serious. I mean, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack before Cyndi Lauper. I was like, oh my God. And then afterward, I was like, oh my God, that was the best feeling I've ever, like that was the best feeling I would feel all month probably was DJing before Cyndi. It's like, girl, you burned calories and brain CPU torturing yourself about how poorly this could potentially go. What is that? Like, what is that? That RuPaul shit of like, you can look into the abyss, but don't stare. Like creatively, you can think about your worst case scenario and rehearse for what do you do if that doesn't land or if that doesn't work, whatever. But you can't really live in it, you know? I think I did a good job on these eyebrows. Don't say anything. If it's bad, please don't say anything. Don't ruin this for me. I also, you guys, I just, maybe this speaks to some of you. Now that I'm a person who lives with a chronic autoimmune, you know, dysfunction, you gotta kind of like live with that. It's that like, it's in the room. It's that like thing that's threatening at all times, but you can't really like focus on it, you know? When I first started to get arthritis, you guys, and I realized it was like autoimmune related and I couldn't fix it really, it was like, oh, okay. The mentality of like, all right, if I'm gonna have to walk around the mall all day, I better rest that morning so that I don't overdo it. That was really hard for me. It's hard to have limitations. It's hard to accept those limitations, but it's like a catch-22 as well, where like, if you focus on it too much, you kind of make it worse. I think in the new year, the new vibe, it's like, be like, accepting of it, you know, accepting that. I mean, I listened to this podcast about it and they said, you know, every human being's goal is to live long enough to experience some level of disability, right? Your eyesight, your, you know, back might not be what it's used to. Like signs of aging is signs of surviving. And we all are in some way probably headed to some sort of, I can't do this like I used to. And so it's not really worth doing poor me. You know what I mean? It's really just not. You know, if I get us like, if I have to like, you know, do a nice tiger balm on the knee before the DJ gig, that's really not the hurdle of a lifetime, you know? So I guess one of the other things I want to bring into the new year is just sort of like a very gentle but positive acceptance. Like, yes, and yes, yeah, that's a bummer. Oh yeah, if I walk around too much or don't like watch the way my posture is, or if I don't sleep enough, because that autoimmune shit, you guys, if you don't sleep enough, you don't drink enough water, there's a million things that can make it worse. For me, I've noticed if I don't get enough sleep, I'm really gonna feel that knee. This looks a little crazy to me, but maybe I just haven't seen myself on camera for a while. Is this what I look like? I guess it is. My face feels really light. We're gonna slather on all these face powders. So I'm gonna do this kind of liner off camera, but I'm gonna show you guys what I've been doing. It's super easy. I'll just take a light brown, like I have Toasty here from Snow Bunny. It's just like a light brown, that really light brown. And I've just been doing a wash of it before I do my liner and just making the whole eye into that. Because again, instead of these big, soft, dark gradients with Trixie, I've been really into soft shadows and really nice line work. I don't know what that is. I've just kind of been feeling it lately. Gotta grab a big fat shadow brush quick. You guys, I forgot to pull a card. So we have the little frog guide to self-care here. We really like, they've been weirdly mean. So let's just like, I give myself permission to be the person I want to be. That's a really, honestly, that's the one of the day. That is actually, after all these ones that were like, I'm ugly and I'm proud, like that's not helpful. But this one, I think that's really good. I'm gonna take Toasty and I'm gonna start doing this deep brown, or this light brown right here. It really is like a toast color. It's a really nice color. Toasty. Toasty! Is that a marijuana thing? Get toasted.
Not be toasty.
Oh, I be toasty, yeah. I have a little bit of cabin thieves here too. I'm just gonna do a little bit of that to hollow out the middle. Just a little bit of depth there where I'm gonna be sketching on an eyelid. Yeah. I'm going to like a nighttime event tonight, like a nightclubby vibe, but I think once I do all my graphic liner, this will really pop. That's a pretty nice kind of smattering, that kind of like soft, cool gray cloud. So I'm gonna do some powder here before I continue. I want to wear this one size translucent under my eyes because I really want it. Lately I've been really into just like super bright under eye. Like so. Makes me think of like 80s women's makeup, you know, like I keep seeing on the TikTok shop, I keep seeing people wearing really light pink concealers under the eye. And it is so brightening and beautiful, but I also am always like, do you look f***ing crazy in person? You know what I mean? I always think with like internet makeup, and I say that that's coming from me. Do you look wild? Do you look walled? Do you look plum walled? You know, part of chilling out too, you guys, I think one of the other things I want to bring into this year is getting better at having difficult conversations. I get so worked up in my head about like, and then after I talk about something or bring it up, I always feel better. But I often wait too long and stress out too much about what's gonna happen. Oh my God, I'm gonna bring it up. And it's like, and then I let something get worse, or I make it up in my mind that it's gonna be worse. I just need to like, remember that everyone's a person, and remember that everything can be talked about, and like not talking about things is the devil. You know, it really is the devil. Oh my God, I forgot to contour the nose. I forgot to add the highlight. Okay, well, we can figure this out. Everybody f***ing relax. Also, one of my other problems, and this is something I don't want to bring into this year, I have been lately forgetting essential steps of getting in drag. Like sitting backstage and being like about to go on and be like, I don't have any lips on. Okay, you know, like that. Or recently I went on camera without bottom lashes. I've done that on this channel a few times. By the way, Brandon's doing laundry. If you hear like a, oh my God, I painted on the nose. Thank God, I thought I really that up. Okay, lately, guys, the comments have been like, Trixie's accent returning after her break should be studied. I can't explain that. I mean, I have been in Wisconsin more, and my mom was visiting, and lately it is like, oh, don't forget your bag. I don't know what. And you guys, Brandon's from Wisconsin, doesn't sound like that at all. So I don't know. I guess I'm from Northeast Wisconsin. That's probably why. Hey to the folks, help yourself to some coffee and bars. See, and now that that's all blended in, do you see this toast color? It just burned it and added a little depth. So now when I do this liner, it's gonna be really fucking cutty. So I have a dream of blush, you guys. I feel like I don't practice what I preach because I love brown blush. Like I don't know if Total Betty counts as a brown blush. It's kind of a little more of a peach, but I love brown blush on other people. And I'm like, for drag, can I wear brown blush? So I got this color. This is Naked Brown from Wet n Wild. And it's been sitting on my counter for a while. And I was like, could I wear brown blush? Should I wear brown blush? Let's see. And I love Wet n Wild for blushes because if you guys ever want to try a blush, the Wet n Wild blushes are really nice and they're not that expensive. Isn't that beautiful? That's pretty. Right? Wow, that is so pretty. It makes me want to do the forehead. I fucking knew it. I didn't know it, but now I know it. That is fucking pretty. Look at that. Very soft, warm, blushed. It's like cooked waffles with a little bit of syrup on it. That's a fucking win. Look how pretty that is, you guys. Look at that. I'm gonna keep putting this on until I black out. That is just beautiful. All right, you guys, I'm gonna step off camera and do like a white and black liner with a little bit of a cut crease, and I'm gonna be right back. So isn't it beautiful, you guys? I use some new stuff, but whenever I get to do a real just like black and white graphic, isn't that beautiful, you guys? Just simple, clean cut. Like I just feel like a little baby doll with these eyes on. And you guys, I'm used to do more of the snatch. Now when I close off the eyes, I'm like, it's such a different look. It's really like old school Trixie. So I'm gonna put on some lashes, then we're gonna come back and finish up and talk about some more go-alls of the year. So we're back. I look incredible. You guys, lately I've just been, one of my new things I'm trying to do too in the new year is wear the same wigs a bunch of different ways. I'm like, I know how to style wigs. Why am I, this was a wig that was all swooped to one side and now I snatched it up. And for a while I was wearing it as a topper. I'm just trying to like be more versatile. So I am gonna put more blush on though, because I think now that I have my hair on, I could use a little more blush. Let's go. Very shocking to not have lips on. Very shocking. I wanna do this lipstick, you guys. This was sent to me by Rimmel, and it's like a brown champagne. I've been kind of obsessed with metallic lip colors. Like my For You page recently is all metallic lipsticks. And even though I don't love them for drag because I overdraw, I'm gonna use Hot Toddy, which is a gloss. So I thought I could just like use my little metallic. So I have Spice lip liner here from MAC, one of my faves. God, it's a beautiful lip liner. Spice is gorgeous. Then I'm gonna take Kimberly, and I'm just gonna kind of do the inside of the lip to blend it in. See how beautiful it is together, that like peach color. Kimberly has been like my go-to for when I'm using my darker liners and I wanna like hug everything in because I feel gorgeous. I don't know what to say about it. I think it looked great. I don't know what to say. Let's go in with this color. This is Rimmel Lasting Finish Lipstick, and the color is made in England. I'm just kidding. It just says 901, okay? But it's like a shimmery coffee. Let's get into it. Am I delusional, or is that like really pretty? Isn't that pretty? You guys see how it's like, I don't know. In drag, it's barely shimmer. It kind of just looks icy. I think that's really pretty. The other thing I want to say, you guys, and I'm going to put on this lip gloss and tell you, my friend Becca told me this, one of my best friends. We were talking about just stress and people and family, whatever. I get worked up about things. I'm like, oh, I like this person, and so what's going on? And she said, Brian, that's my name. She said, you can't be more concerned than the person it concerns. And that is like, girl, that's whoa, that's wild. That has been like, every day I think of it now. I'm like, you know what? If they're not worried for them, I can't like give myself an ulcer about it. You know what I mean? It's like, can't be more concerned than the people it concerns. This is Hot Toddy lip gloss. You should be concerned about getting this. It's beautiful. I think this is, I talked about this in the reveal video. I think this is the most universal lip gloss we've ever had. It's just your lips, but toasted a little bit. Oh, with the gold. Oh, that's beautiful. I love wearing lip gloss. I can't wear it when I'm DJing stuff because I'm whipping, but like I love to wear lip gloss in a video. You guys, I gotta do some hand makeup here, so I'm just gonna go in and start like brushing. But the other thing I had to tell you guys about, it's not like my favorite thing to bring up, but some of you have kind of figured it out and speculated for a while, but David and I separated quite some time ago now, and it feels like you people who know me but don't really know me in real life are the last people to know about it. Everybody in my world has known about it for quite some time, and I just feel, it feels crazy that I haven't come clean on the internet yet, but it was like I was waiting for the right moment in the right way, and then the longer I waited, the longer it was like weird that I hadn't said anything. And then, my break came and went. I worry about talking about things like this because I learned from going on break that even me saying I need a break gets written about and stuff, and I wish it was like fabulous and dramatic and sensational, and I wish there was more to say, but this isn't salacious, and it's just, it happened. I like rehearsed how I was gonna talk about this on camera a whole bunch of times, and I didn't know what I was gonna say. If you guys can imagine, it was a very long relationship, and a lot of parts of it will always make me very happy. It's just, it feels like I haven't told you fine people, and it's like very old news now in a way. Like it's not old, but it is old, and it feels old in the sense of like taking a break and lots of exercise and therapy and processing. It feels like a million years ago now, but it's just, it was hard for me because I feel like welcoming everybody into my personal life, I got the privilege of making shows and stuff and telling you guys a really compelling love story in my life. And it felt disappointing to not be able to like make good on that. Feels like telling you guys there's no Santa Claus in a way, but I really care about that person. I will always care about that person. I love our motel. I love all of our business ventures. Being creative together with him was especially one of like the heights of my life. And all my exes, everybody I've ever been with, doesn't really leave my orbit. I really still always care about these people. And like I said, it's not fresh information. I'm happy to tell you guys now, but it's a new year. It's a new vibe. I hate even having to say it, but I also didn't want to go into the new year and continue to not have mentioned it. There you go. I know it's not a unique experience. Many of us have had things not work out or had family shifts in our lives. And, Dave and I still love the motel so much and still love everything we presented together. And now you know. I also just want to say, I do read the comments. I know many of you have known for a while, when I was getting sick and getting really thin and not mentioning David much in like stuff. A lot of people figured it out a long time ago and didn't really push the issue, and I really appreciate that. That would have been a lot more difficult for me if I was being like spammed. So for those of you who probably figured it out a long time ago, I'm glad you didn't do that because it made it a lot easier on me. And I don't know, there's a lot of risk in being very transparent. And to be honest, I feel like in this channel and everything, the pod, I'm always 100% honest with you about what happened that day, what's happening tomorrow, what happened yesterday. It's been really weird to skirt around the issue because it's difficult for me to talk about. My intention is never to withhold anything from the audience. I don't know how I would do that as a creator, but it also in the moment was something that was so fresh and wild, and it doesn't just concern me either. Like, it's not just my story, it's not just my thing that happened. So how do you talk about this in a way where you don't infringe on someone else? And I just appreciate all of you being here and letting me be candid. I hope we never have to talk about things like this again, but you know, I guess that's just part of being 100% honest and inviting people into my life so much. We joke about it, but like, I think Kristen Shaw was on the channel and she was like, Trixie does a documentary every time she does something. And that's like kind of true. It's constantly my real life being told to you. People in my life knew right away, and you guys are just a beat behind that, and I hope you can appreciate that. That's all. A lot easier to talk about now that it's further in the past. Anyway, I'm still really gorgeous though, so that's good. I mean, listen, if I'm gonna have to venture into my own dark recent past, there are worse outfits to do it in. So I'm gonna finish this look with some cold shoulder because it is beautiful. And you know what? I love using a brush with this product, but I'm just gonna use a little bit of the fingertip. I've been seeing the girls on TikTok just using the finger, and it does have a different look. It has more of a glitter bomb look. And I feel beautiful. I appreciate you guys being with me this year into next year, and new vibes, new energy. Look out for ourselves. Pay attention to what we need. Be honest with ourselves about, you know, where we're at and what we can handle, and don't punish ourselves for not being our own personal role model at every moment. You know what I mean? And speaking of a break, you guys, I'm with my family for holiday. So I'm out of LA. I'm away from the studio. I'm not in drag. I'm taking off next week. Is that okay? I'm taking off next week. Okay. And I don't know how to bring this up at the end, but we still have an end of year sale. Okay. We still have an end of year sale, 25% off everything at trixiecosmetics.com. I know for me bouncing back a little bit, I have really loved buying makeup. I have been in stores, online. I just spent $300 on wetandwild.com treating myself to products. So stay tuned for that video. But you know, if you want to treat yourself, I'm here to help you treat yourself. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. You've always been there for me. I will always be here for you. Love you.